It's 6:34 now. Happening today, state lawmakers will meet to question and find out how state police officers falsified traffic ticket data.
An audit revealed that thousands of bogus traffic tickets were actually issued over the span of 7 years. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler now joins us live right outside the Legislative Office building. And Olivia, what are the numbers revealing?
Well, the numbers are concerning. The audit says it recorded 26,000 falsified traffic tickets from 2014 to 2021. Now, today, lawmakers are having a hearing to try to get some answers. The chair of the Public Safety Committee, Senator Gaston, says drivers need to be protected against unfair practices. In response to the audit, Governor Lamont is now calling for an independent review. He selected an investigator to figure out how and why traffic tickets were falsified. U.S. Attorney Deidre Daly was selected for the job. The published audit was put together by Ken Barone, a project manager of the Connecticut Racial Profiling Prohibition Project. Now, by law, it is required law enforcement agencies have to collect information on traffic stops to comply with the state racial profiling law. Now, today's hearing will be at 10 o'clock this morning at the Legislative Office building in room 2E. Not only are lawmakers looking for some answers, but they're also looking for some long-term solutions. We're live this morning in Hartford. Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Olivia, thank you. Let's take a